As someone who never gets scrutinized, I haven't even had to prepare much. But out of an abundance of caution, I have been working on this particular act for quite some time, and everyone I know tells me it's perfect. And no, these aren't people who just tell me what I want to hear. Oh no, these are people like my finance manager, my lawyer, and of course my Reiki healer.
Harry didn't lose Chelsea Davy. He lost the life he was meant to have. The breakup that was never just a breakup. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into royal stories. Picture this: a young prince, tired of flashing cameras, endless protocols, and a life mapped out before he could even spell responsibility. Now picture a woman who didn't care about any of that, who saw him not as a royal figure, but just as Harry. Sounds like the beginning of a fairy tale, right? But here's the twist. This isn't a story about love lost. It's about something much deeper, something far more haunting. Because when Prince Harry and Chelsea Davy broke up, he didn't just lose her. He may have lost an entire version of his future. And the question that keeps people talking even today is, what if that life, the quieter, simpler one, was the one he truly wanted all along? Chelsea Davy wasn't just another royal girlfriend. She was the girlfriend, the one who stuck around during Harry's wild younger years, the one who laughed with him, partied with him, and most importantly, grounded him. She wasn't chasing titles. She wasn't building a brand. She didn't seem interested in becoming Princess Chelsea. And honestly, that might have been exactly why Harry loved her. Imagine being constantly surrounded by expectations, only to find someone who treats you like a normal person. No curtsies, no rehearsed speeches, just real, messy human connection. But what happens when one person wants normal and the other's trapped in extraordinary? The royal pressure cooker no one talks about. Being a royal isn't just about crowns and castles. It's about sacrifice. And not the kind you post about online for sympathy. Real sacrifice. The kind where your personal desires slowly fade under the weight of duty. For Chelsea, that reality became impossible to ignore. Reports over the years have hinted that she struggled with the intense media scrutiny, the lack of privacy, and the constant pressure to fit into a system that didn't feel like her own. Can you blame her? Imagine every text, every outing, every facial expression being analyzed by millions. Would you stay? For Harry, this created a painful crossroads. Choose love, or choose the life he was born into. Did he really choose? When love isn't enough. We love to believe that love conquers all. Movies tell us that. Songs repeat it endlessly. But reality? It's a bit more complicated. Harry and Chelsea reportedly had deep feelings for each other, even years after their breakup. They stayed in touch. There was mutual respect, maybe even lingering what-ifs. But love alone couldn't rewrite the rules of royalty. And this is where many people miss the bigger picture. The breakup wasn't about incompatibility, it was about lifestyle. Chelsea didn't want the royal spotlight. Harry, at the time, couldn't escape it. So the relationship didn't just end, it expired. And with it, a very specific future disappeared. The life that slipped away. Now here's where the story shifts from romance to something almost philosophical. What exactly did Harry lose? Not just Chelsea, but a quieter life away from constant scrutiny. A partner who valued privacy above status. A potential path that didn't involve breaking away from the royal family in a dramatic, global spectacle. Think about it. Chelsea eventually built a life that reflects those values. Private, grounded, focused on family and personal fulfillment rather than public attention. Sound familiar? It's eerily similar to the life Harry later tried to create. So the real question becomes, did Harry walk away from the life he actually wanted, only to spend years trying to recreate it? Fast forward to today. Harry has stepped back from royal duties. He's moved across the world. He's openly talked about wanting privacy, peace, and control over his own life. In many ways, he's chasing the exact things Chelsea seemed to want all along. This time, it came with global headlines, family tensions, and a very public transformation. It wasn't the quiet escape. It was a loud departure. And you have to wonder, if he had taken that path earlier, would everything look different now? Meghan Markle, a different kind of partner. Let's be clear, This isn't about comparing people. Meghan Markle brought something entirely different into Harry's life: ambition, visibility, and a willingness to challenge the royal system head-on. Where Chelsea stepped away, Meghan leaned in, and then helped Harry step out entirely. Two very different approaches to the same problem. But that contrast highlights something important. Harry didn't just choose between two women. He chose between two versions of his life. One quieter, one louder. One private, one public. One that stayed within the system, one that broke away from it. And depending on how you look at it, both came with their own costs. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Harry lost the one, or it's just a version of his life? Have you ever experienced a breakup that felt more like losing a future than a person? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is one of those conversations that gets real fast. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that go beyond the headlines and get into the emotions behind them.